This is for my brothers that don't make it to these spaces and it's honest, open, and genuine. For my brothers that started their platform and their space, their area, and kept it truly honest and genuine. This for my brothers that keep it quote unquote real, which in as in meaning you are yourself at all times and you put your best foot forward. This is for you, my brothers. Outside of that, brothers, I learned this. You don't have to be part of any organization, any sector, any group, any movement. EI, Black Lives Matter, but I'm not part of the movement, but I will ask somebody, do not Black Lives Matter to you? That's what I am part of. The life part, the matter part, my race part, because of who I am. And if you are a person of such and sorts, that should matter to you. If that don't matter to you, that is exactly why, as a race, we will never be on top with each other. And coming to you at 0600 hours, 50 minutes on November 17, 2021. I'll be right back at you. Once again, thank you for joining, being part of the family. And please share, hit the notification button, become part of the family. I want to get into the different types of men and the person I am. Where I grew up in an area where it's a place you wouldn't want your son to grow up in, but parts of the city don't matter where you live at. It's not always so great. Places change. Places change, but people don't. People evolve. It's different types of evolutions or a revolution. People also have a revolution. So they have a revelation into who they are. Then they figure out that's who they're going to become. That's who that person is. I want you to, a brother asked me this. This unlocks something. Think about who you are right now. Have you changed? If you did any change, I didn't say evolution or revolution. Did you change? Think about it. When did you change and why? I always say my experience is what I've been through. But if I can go through something else, my experience would change. But my evolution, my revolution of me never changed. I know I say this. I used to sit out the window at 8. I would watch the window. I didn't go outside. My punishment from my mother to me when my father wasn't there was to send me outside. Why? I didn't want to go outside because I knew the realm of going outside, what it meant to me. When I went outside, I had to compromise who I was. I'm not an introvert. Stop giving claims to a lot of things. I don't accept or claim that I have PTSD, but I know through my experience, PTSD is very part of my evolution to my revolution of who I am. Either I can allow PTSD to shape me and create the man I shouldn't be. And because if you think about mental, look up the original meaning of ill, mental illness, mental, and this, look up the meaning to each part of each word, separate them and dissect them. If a word have a definition and meaning to it, I am not put on earth to change the meaning. That's called assimilating or conforming. Or no, that is creating what you are not. I cannot create what those words means from what I am not. I did not create the word. Either I'm going to give really respect to those words. I talked about what I give respect. I respect the drug dealer. I respect the drug. A lot of people confuse things. I respect me first. I have to understand me. What is Otho Williams Jr. capable of? Once I learn what I'm capable of, that's where I have to now honor that. Honor, courage, commitment. I learned that at 8 years old. So me looking out the window, I'm watching people walk by, people interact with people. So I want you to really think about, who are you? When did you know who you are? A wise man. It wasn't no curse. It wasn't a spell. It wasn't he got me, which I love, to understand who I was. At 8, Otho Williams Jr. was 8. Just because he didn't talk as much or talk at all, sometimes he didn't even talk. That don't mean that defined who he was. But I'm noticing a lot of us are allowing the things outside of us who we are. So as a man is, as a man thinketh, as a man is. You are who you think you are. That's because you think you are. If you think it that way, that's who you will become. That's who you are. So imagine you allowing all these things in your eye gates and ear gates. So I was looking out the window saying, wow, why is she letting that man do that? Why is that man? I used to challenge my mind at 8 when I had nothing to do with that group, that sector, those people, those affiliations, those organizations. I had nothing to do with that. I did not create them, form them, or build them. But the sad part, what we have done, we have assimilated, conformed. If I allowed those people when I was 8 to say, wow, I supposed to abuse a woman, treat a woman bad as a child. As I got older, that's what I would have got. But thankful for the universe, and I always give honor to my mother. I want to see if my sister want to do an interview with me. She going to show her face. If she not, that's up to her. And I want to answer modern day questions about. My sister had my nephew at a young age, but succeeded in what she calls success. And what I would say success, she did not allow her situation to take her. Me, my sister and brother, we all stuck together. We had our ups and downs because we can't forget the world, the outside part is the battle. See, from 8 to now, inside was never my battle. Inside was never. So when people don't come with an understanding, all they do is can come up with their conundrums that they're formed and allowed to shape them for the worse, for the bad. They allow things that, and I'm not going to blame them because I'm happy, like I said, as my parents, such as my mother and my father. Father wasn't always there, but when he did, even though it was strong, It was purposeful. My mother was always purpose. She was instrumental. Sometimes people in your lives is very instrumental to you. We don't take heed or account of that. And then when it comes to responsibility, we love to blame them. See, we don't want responsibility in the good, especially as our race, but in the bad, we don't want no accountability. Go to these sectors, go to these groups, look at their platform. They are accountable for all the damage that goes on in the community right now, but we're not accepted. A lot of young men, as me, I grew up. Now, when I started going outside, I was interacting, but I wasn't joining in. I remember the first time I was asked, do I want to smoke weed? I never smoked it. I didn't think about my mother. I actually I'm grateful for my mother. I didn't want any, so I said no. I walked away feeling good. Then one time we had beer. We was all underage, according to the age of legal. I said no again. I was proud of myself once more. Can you think about a situation in your life that you were proud of, that you've done? That now I have to say I'm thankful for my mother and the spirit. That was all me. Sometimes you got to give yourself. You got to be proud of yourself. As if I was a dietary aid, when I cleaned the area at night after the morning shift, and all we do is serve the night and take care of the area, clean it up for the people that was there for the bulk of the day. I left that area. I left the kitchen. They know who cleaned it. When I wasn't there, they knew the difference. Because when Otho Williams Jr. left, if the silverware had to be put in a certain spot, I tried to make sure to my best that it was in that spot. Even one spot before I left, no, I got to put even though I had to leave in 2 minutes, per se, if I had to leave in 2 minutes, I still made sure that was completed. I am a man. I want to add this now. I am truth. I am honesty. I am resolve, resolution. I am a black man. And also, I am completion. You complete to your best ability. If you are capable of doing it, why not do it? Ask yourself that. See, my channel was not based on aligning myself. My channel was based on the diary of me, because I chose at 8 years of age to be a role model. So Otho Williams Jr. was not very good in school, no matter what I did. I had a hard time. And I learned from that day, there's a certain way you can get a child to understand within their way and not compromise them. The worst thing that parents do is clip children's wings. My father experienced that with his father. I kind of experienced that with my father. But that's not the purpose of who I am. I'm a junior, but I'm not as my father. I am of my father because I am the seed from my father. In a womb, birthed out of my mother. So on my born day, when I was birthed, that created a day I was born to this earth. I left what created me. I moved out of, and I was shared and given to the earth. The earth have properties in it that can heal me. The things my body come from, my mother, it's in my mother womb. So why not eat the things from the earth more than things outside of the earth? Things of the earth do not harm you. Too much of anything can harm you. So as I moved forward, I knew I wasn't the best at a lot of things, but I even practiced my hardest and my best. So when the time came, math, I remember doing math in college when I went to ITT Technical Institute. Shout out to ITT, regardless of what they say or other think about ITT. Things are beneficial to how you use them, especially a university. You never should use a person for I repeat this, entities as YouTube, ITT, are useful as you use them. You should never use a person for your personal gain. When you use a person for your personal gain, you become the same evil you love to hate. That's what we are becoming, the same evil we love to hate. So within that, what I did is make sure I understood now problem solving. I am problem solving. I had to understand how to solve the problem, whether there was a calculator around or nothing else that showed me how to pass this. I remember I got questions right, and the professor was saying, or an instructor was saying, you wasn't even here for the lesson. How did you get it right? But problem solving is more than just learning how to solve that problem or learning the equation. It's problem solving. I had to solve in my absence of how do I get the answer that is needed for this problem. So if there's a problem, which now get into the topic of today, if you're listening at the 16-minute mark, this is the topic of the day of what I wanted. And then what works in me, I know is a beauty. I know the creator shows me great grace. So I don't say be less, because I am not less than what I'm supposed to be. But this is the grace. This is why I would never be in a sector that fights and war with people that's the same or that's supposed to be trying to get something out. But I learned about a beef sector. A beef sector is only designed to have beef. Listen to that again. The beef sector is only designed to only have beef. So the spirit had shown me I cannot enter into a sector because I do not. How did I start? I do not evolve to involve myself into calamity. Or for some people, maybe wrongful chaos. And I apologize for those that experience me going through wrongful chaos with people, because now I did not know some people are well versed in how to fight a battle. When I was going through this calamity with a person, I never studied the power of word war. Other people have. Even when I talk about things I learned, you hear me? I don't use big words. That's word war. So I have learned that a while ago. I said to dude, I said, can you talk to me? Even my niece, I said, I don't know if this called dumbing down. She used a different word when I said, can you say the words? I called it plain text. That's why when I started studying information, I read things in plain text. I don't care how many different versions it was. So at EI, the Bible, I read it in plain. I didn't read I didn't read it in the Old English form or the Saxon form or the what's the name of the different languages? Latin. I didn't read it in those forms. I read it in the modern form of English from what we were fostered into. So if you go into a sector that's good at it, trust me, you will not. The person, what they do is overpower you in words, and they overpower you in tone. What they do is to seek to get people on their side. I do not seek to get people on my side because I seek for understanding. My channel is based on seeking for understanding. My channel is not based on any other thing. I don't have to enter spaces to gain access to other people. I don't have to enter affiliations and organization. Yes, you see the Marine. I learned that that was a affiliation, which creates a boundary of things once you are still in there, if you survive or if you get out. So that wasn't a bad thing. So Next time, if I had an opportunity to share, which I'm going to go do one day, do it more, getting more. Sometimes the spirit overwhelmed me because of my very nature desire. I'm not going to call them secular. I used to call things secular or carnal, but I have to think about me wanting to have a family is not secular or nor selfish. It's only selfish is not only think about me. As in having a family, I would want to think about what if my wife, my son or daughter, how would this go? So in my life from 8, as a role model and a role figure, I had to say to myself, how will I affect another young man? He don't understand. So I made sure I didn't use certain words and I didn't do certain things. And the funny part, I didn't need nothing to tell me that. After I was introduced to the things I did not care for, I'm happy that the universe made sure I didn't care for evil. A lot of people don't even realize their evolution and revolution is based on evil with inside of them. They the evil is creating a wrongful chaos and calamity. Just as if I show a young man how to talk to one woman, I will tell or challenge him or guide him and say, no, you go for one at a time. You finish everything you do, you do it, I am completion. You do it to a completion. Is that all that was? Did you do all you were supposed to? See, completion to people is not what somebody else see. Is did you do all you were supposed to do with your best foot, your best forward, forward, ship forward, move forward, progress, going forward. Did you do everything you're supposed to do going forward, moving ahead? That's how you should look at things. Not that did I gain a reward? What you get out of it? Did you learn a lesson? A non-monetary gain should never be your first. If that's your first thing, you're not there to help me at all. Unless your monetary gain is showing me how to gain monetary that we have not the greatest information on or that less people have access to. That's the only time I will pay for that. I will pay that. And it really worked because I was like, wow, this worked. But this work without the manipulation of the mind. Brother, it's okay to be single when you don't manipulate a woman, heart or mind. See, a lot of brothers don't want to admit to that. That's why it's easy to stay out of a group or sector or space or area where when we don't manipulate a brother or mind. It was a thing. I'm gonna put it on there. It's gonna show the person has spoke true, genuine words of what a lot of black men go through. A lot of black men don't. It's not welcome in each space. Some spaces not to be welcomed in. Because if you could say somebody a victim, but these so-called black men as working together, they can feel as they a victim. But they don't announce that amongst each other. They don't practice that. They practice uplifting, encouragement, and black men greatness. There's actually a greatness within you. Every race male has a ability that helps the other one, but they got to come together. That's why I said wholeheartedly, if black men got together, we can end war, racism, and poverty. We the only race can do it. We're not supreme. We're not supremacy. We're not superior. But imagine just trying to destroy the very essence of the men that can help everybody on a daily basis. It's just not egotistical or whatever word you want to use. Literally, black men are the only men that is trying to be destroyed. So all the power I had in me, I shut down, I evolved, and my revolution was to not drink or smoke. Not drink or smoke, to do or not to do. I was very proud of myself. So when I walked away, those around me say, man, OJ, that brother right there, he is not down for that. That brother, he will, that brother will shut down things that I may not have been able to shut down. And I want to work with him. I really want to work with him because he's able to do things that a lot of other males are not able to do. A lot of males that I know are not able to really be themselves. Because if you think about it, after that, I became a man. So an adult, I had to fend for myself. Whether my mother or father gave me the full bulk load of the information that I needed to strive out of my life, I still, as a man, could not use that as an excuse. I can't. It's impossible. It's not fair, and it's not right. Because if my mother and father didn't have all the information, who do I go to? Now, who do I go to? So who do I go to? What am I? Should be one of the questions at if a young man approach you, how do you answer any question? I don't care how it looked to anybody else. How do it sound to anyone else? But all you can do is answer the question within who you are. And sometimes that's a level or a gang or aspects that requires that other person to have respect. I don't understand the power of respect because in my understanding, you get respect regardless. You don't earn, nobody ever earned respect. Nobody. You can't earn because that is something that it's a choice that you do. You don't earn it. So if I present myself and a person don't respect me, cool. I can't get mad at that. That let me know my respect level, let me know what I'm going to share with you. Some brothers I can't share everything with. But I want to say Black Panther is the best example again. I'm going to keep using that because I love that movie because I can't think of a lot of moments where different tribes and organization affiliations worked outside of each other, but work with each other to maintain an order. But they didn't war and fight each other when the other one needed each other. But at the same time, I was thinking about this. The Spirit showed me this. Imagine you given a fair and equal opportunity, which equal mean fair. Just mean it don't mean that, but that's what I'm meaning by equal. I will be okay if every man on this earth, every being, every person, every woman, Grand Rising, brother, was given a fair shot. Think about that. I wouldn't have a problem with my success, quote unquote, evolution, as I spoke of, than telling me it's fair, but then you move the goalpost to the right. When that other guy kicked it, you didn't move the goalpost. Now, if you're telling me before I kick, I'm going to make it a little challenging for you because I know you are capable. I might say, okay, let me try first. Let me try my challenge without you under like malicious, malice maliciously. I know that's where it's like malice, wickedly try to underhand put me out of a bad situation on purpose without making me aware of it. Yes, I can see it, but when I see it, I thought that's what everybody go through. Because when I looked at it, the goalpost was already moved way over. I didn't know everybody don't. I thought everybody kicked the field goal on the same way, but no, I didn't know. Sometimes people is lined up, and then even in the pole is wider apart. So if you kick it wide right, you still have a better chance of making it. You kick it wide left. So if they are allowed, so here's the even worse part. You put the goalpost up and you calibrate it towards that person. That would even be fair. I'm 6'5". I don't practice kicking through the goalpost, but that kicker does. I've practiced my whole life how to defend against the quarterback. So my mind, now you have to help me this is equal to help part, adjust. You don't got to hold my hand. You ain't got to show me how we say, teaching me. You don't got to show me how to fish. Show me what a fish is. Show me what you use and give me some examples. That's all the brothers we should be doing. Don't talk about the brother. Don't bash the brother. Don't down the brother. And that's one thing, brothers, we will have to learn as a race of men is to how to give each other manners, etiquette, and things that shows how proud you are of who you are. Because if you constantly showing your disrespect to other people in your words, some people, a lot of women would say, I go by his actions. No, his actions is sometimes his words, sometimes his action. So when a brother, example, EI, want to talk to a woman and his heart, with her without her being there in the mirror at home, he can express himself to the fullest extent. How do he translate that to that woman? It's going to be different because she's going to receive it differently and she's not going to receive the full him. But that don't mean he's not for her. That don't mean she's not for you. And that's the mistake in society that now if you move the goalpost, do I get more chances? Do he get more chances in society? We have to think about that. Sometimes a lot of people don't get the same chances. Now the mannerism of your brother, the brother too of who we are, how do you look at your brother? How do you look at your sister? I don't look at them. First thing I don't say, since I'm a man, let's go to the woman. I don't say, wow, look at her. She's horrible because of her hair, her eyelashes, her make. No, I really don't do that. I don't know why people do that. I know why, because that's coming from my heart of negativity, a realm of bad. That's from birth, out of the womb. It was absorbed. So a lot of people are doing things that they're just following. And then once now they're adults. So now we an adult. We get past that. How did you get past your hatefulness that you might have been breeded into? How did you get past your curse? I'm not talking about monetarily. I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And yes, Black men have emotions and feelings. We got to stop. I've seen it in some nasty videos out there in the social media world, like Instagram, or young Black men. You are able to have feelings. You are able to cry. You are able to do things that hurt, but you don't have to stay there. But remember, you are able to do it. Don't allow no one to ever tell you you're not able to do it, because they think what they think. And some thinking is not always correct. Some thinking is not always right. So I had to think about the man I am. Think about the man you are. If you look at all the platforms that's different from the man you are, listen how they talk. I hate this type of brother. I hate this type of sister. Oh, I don't care for this type of movement. I don't care. But when you look at the things they don't care for, is all things for positivity, is all things for evolution, to have a revolution. A certain board or discussion forum for Black men that want to build on their marriage will not be for Black men that's single. Why would I want to enter a marriage? Like, that don't make sense. If I'm trying to really learn how to be a better man, why would I enter into a space? Why would I even want to listen? Think about that. Your friend, why would you surround yourself? And to me, brothers, I say there's a boundaries you can have with other brothers. you can build boundaries with other brothers in good manner. I learned some brothers in their manner think that separation, all they gonna do, and the first thing, if I was listening to women talking about how to be better mothers, I won't never think, my first thing is, oh, I think that's great that a whole bunch of single women with children got together in good realm and matters and topics and discussed how to be better mothers. Why would I think they're doing anything negative outside of thinking about, unless I heard it, not just one woman, I mean a group saying, do you agree the controversial abort black babies? And they say, and if any of them say yes, or a good amount say yes, and if I was one of those women, I'll have to back out. And then I will call it out. I'm going to call out those sisters that's preaching to other sisters to create, form, nurture, and breed evil inside of other women. And when that happens, it's their fault. So our fault as an era to create these other eras within our children or the younger able bodies that's around us and surround us, that is our fault. So that means we keep saying the generations got worse. That means the generation before have taught one of these people this bad thing. Yes, sir. And if one of these people that was doing these bad things, guess what? They're going to bring it to the next generation, because we had to think about it. I watched the video on when the first black people, I want to say that was Oklahoma or Mississippi, the black kids had first black family to move. I learned in my city in Black History Month, so I love Black History Month. In the library, this is 2021. In I want to say 20 or 30, because I want to be incorrect. I know it's between those years. There were only less than 20 black residents in the area, the area, because Buffalo, then you got Tonawanda, Chicawanda, Lancaster, villages or towns. There were only less than 20. Buffalo, less than 20 black residents. Think about that. That was between 1930 and 1920. I was born in 1982. Wow. So you got, just say 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then count those other years. That's 60 years ago from when I was born. So you got 90, 2000, and then the 20. So that's 30 more years. That's 90 years. We only a part of a system where every 10 years there's a war. So if there's a war every 10 years, that means new implications is only going to happen every 10 years. So only 9 times within those 90 years, I'm just doing base. I know it's not factual, but it have a lot of facts in it and truth. Only 9 things have changed. I can think of one. Recently we voted. Only voting have changed. Out of 90 years voting for us to vote, we only within those 90 years of evolution, not revolution, because we still battling it. Revolution is when the battle is over. Evolution is now when we got to see what's going on. Just as the woke movement, they dissed the woke movement. Now guess what? They making fun of it. See, we got evolution. Now the revolution have not started. So I remember I was talking to a black mom, a sister, and she got real. That's why words are actions, because actions are truth. I mean, words are actions, because actions are truth, because the words will be true. It was the truth. I didn't need an algorithm to show me, but then I learned some people love word salad. They need the words of the person, and then even in their actions, their words as actions as well. If I say, I watch your videos, and the person say, no, you don't. When you say, yes, I do, they're like, I watch all your videos. This person will take your words and say, you don't watch all of my videos because of my algorithm. And I say, okay, now I learned this. This is the well-versed people. She wanted me to be as specific as possible. And that's weird. Only time you would be specific is now if you asking the question directly. So if I said I'll watch all your videos and your algorithm only showing me a certain way, I say, yes, did I watch your video? And that person will say, they only seen like, right, but I watched the videos. Some people are very versed. Then that's when I learned that's a beast sector mentality. So recently found out going forward to where I'm getting at, some people are part of sectors before you have entered. You enter into certain things that you have no understanding about. I didn't have understanding of people I was talking to were part of sectors that created chaos and calamity. And I tried to go upon them and I didn't watch. See how I was boom. Since I was 8, I watched people. See, that was a given. You got to think. I was speaking on with a person. We was talking about given innate abilities twice from the bus and walking down the street. Public transportation is not bad. So women say you don't have a car. That's not bad. A lot of them in their car, you could do anything in your car. I'd rather ride a big old vehicle that's looking out for me to get to a destination, to be somewhere in the vehicle with someone that can easily look at their cell phone or text and kill me or themselves for a little while. I know when I step in the car, I am a defensive and an offensive driver. I just want you just start doing that with if you're driving and just because you got a license and car, that don't mean nothing. Try updating yourself. Like, what can I learn? I learned this in my life. Everything I do when I'm on these channels and panels, what can I get out of this? What can I learn? Sometimes I get on the panel, I say, all right, thank you. I hop off. It's like, that's not my area. I got to learn my area. So I didn't get that naked eye to watch. I should have watched that. But if that person, sometimes you don't know until you listen. And so maybe you shouldn't invite it. And you should. That's why I love doing things on my channel. My channel is only about my topic. I don't beef sector. I don't do a woke sector. I do a Otho Williams Jr. sector and try to bring people and speak on. So if I want a topic of relationship, I bring on to somebody that talk about relationship a lot when I watch their channel and keep it that way. But on their channel, they can ask on or somebody else's channel they on, they can ask different types of questions that you're like, well, I would need time. I don't even need a question. I have to get, so you ever do them weirdos? They show a picture, some of them they'll show a picture and then a sun, and you have to like what through that hot sun or a word that align to the picture. So it can show a volcano. I gotta see it. But once you start doing more and more, you get it. So if I was on that channel and they gave me opportunity to see type of questions and watch their channel before they bring me on the panel or before I bring them on the panel, that makes lots of sense. That make lots of sense. So when that understanding come about, now I understand how to interact with that person. See, a lot of people that does these things, again, are real versed in it. And then now, guess what? They enjoy that part, even though they're not even engaged in it. They enjoy it. That's why they're a part of it. That's why I will recommend brothers, if you're going to join anything, do your research. Sisters, do your studying. We got to read more. 80% of Black people in America or in the world, I'm saying Black people, because it said Black people that studied it, they believe in Christianity values or views. 70% of our race don't read. See now if I go use their belief systems, 10% of people only do the work. 80% believe in that. Think about that. That's true. Now, if I keep doing that, truce in a relationship, a man and a woman, woman at sometimes when you're going to give 10%. No, can't say that because she actually giving 100. That's not. It's not about the relationship. It was something I had in my mind from a couple of days ago. I wanted to do. It didn't come. Scratch that. That didn't come out right. But if you but just going by that, I just had the great example right there. That might not have been it. Is again, 80% of our race believe in a Christianity values. Then we found out 70% of our race don't read. About more than half of our race now, I only do a statistic on that. I do statistics on a lot of things because I be saying things. I said it was about close to 3 to 4 million single Black women. When I did the statistic, I never read that before. I was just going off. If I take 10 million single mothers in America alone, and Black women and white women make up a certain percentage, it's going to be obvious out of 10. And if only Puerto Rican and Asian and Middle Eastern only make up a certain percentage of in America, Black women and white women is going to have the higher percentage of single mothers in America, correct? Because other people is usually coming from another country. They're not coming from another country single. They're not coming without the man. Or if the man's setting it up, that his family was already here. That's why there's a low. They don't have already established families over thousands and thousands of years. Some of them do, some of them don't. But they're not established because they leave too and come back. We stay. So Caucasian people, white people, European people stay in America. Black African descendant people, we stay in America. So the culpability falls on us. So we don't have the culpability of the problem, and we keep creating and forming and building and nurturing and breeding and foster a problem. Nothing's going to change. And as I say, I am resolve and resolution. What are some resolves? And even while I'm talking, I am trying to say things, but the good in me is not even allowing me. See how I got proud Black man airing it out? I'm not even able to air it out. And the brother had kept asking what make the group of Black men special. It's not that nothing. The reason I would say nothing is because we were not coming in with that mentality of we are better, we are special, we are great, we are powerful. We were coming in with the mentality to help each other for we can evolve. So the revolution is, brother, you are strong and powerful. His resolution. So his revolution of him, he's going to act and feel that way. He don't have to mention women, other men. He don't have to do anything that create chaos and calamity, division and divide, or the common the denominator. He literally was seeking for encouragement, empowerment. Oh, thank you, Spirit. That's what this showed me. I haven't said this in a while. It's these words. I forgot how I word them together, but the words that we should use, brothers. If you go back to my old video, I gotta find them. Empowerment, affirmation, and it's another word, and I haven't used them in a while. But that's what happened when I started allowing myself. See how you be this. That's the prime example of being parts of groups and organizations and sectors and areas and spaces. I don't fit into when I hear certain men talking about how they had a collago of women, droves of women, I don't fit in that. I can't learn from that. I cannot evolve from that. Because what happened, and this is the scariest part, brother, you don't have to change. Sisters, you don't have to change for no one. For a sister, you don't got to put on that hair to say you got hair or to match a standard. Brother, you don't have to have a whole bunch of money and have a certain car to match their standard. Because there's other people out there that's not matching standards. They're matching the value of self. The value of self is more than the acceptable standard on this earth. I would tell my brother, I remember the woman said, you're teaching, I don't know how, you don't know how what? That I can be good within myself. I don't need to match a standard. If a woman say, me only making 40,000 a year is bad, so be it. Because she's not thinking about the full circle of things. I say I have work and I have a job and a service. This is my service. I will take the time out to do this, my service. I have a job. That's something I want to do that brings some type of joy to my innate ability. What is my gift? So if I'm going to clean for someone, cut down a tree, I know I am good at helping and assisting, in which I am doing. That is not hard. That is the easiest for me to go help someone and do in a form of assist. That's the easiest thing, because you know why? Because that's my ability. I represent the Marine Corps because I'm proud of myself, because we had to train and practice over and over and over and over with no war, with no danger. When danger hit, guess what? We did practice. When you know there's no real danger, you really don't. It's not the same. When I knew I was about to die, everything I took it serious. Don't matter how much I joked. Thank you, brother. Yes. Listen to that brother say. Give me 1 second. I had to make sure I can put on my gas mask. They said they gave you a time frame. How fast can you put on your gas mask and your mop suit? So after I learned how to put on my gas mask, I had to put my mop suit on. How fast can you put on? The reason they said it. And then you had to make sure it was complete. I am completion. Brother, you are completion. You are perfect, complete, established, and whole. That's your affirmation to empower you. It's another word, affirmation, empowerment. Man, I can't think of the other word. Thank you. And even my weapon, this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. This is my YouTube channel. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Okay, I'm gonna check out the Gold Professor channel. So that rifle, what was saying, that rifle had to become part of me. I had to become one with that rifle. Then there was a bayonet you can put on the tip, just in case you had to. This was just in case. See, everything is just in case, but you have to perform it and practice, execute it and practice, even when there is no danger around, the same way if there is danger, or even better. But that you would never know until danger hit. So when somebody is rare versed in the evil realm, beef sector is an evil realm for Black people. Anything that divide and separate and cause people to kill, murder, fight, because I believe in calling me a nigger is fighting words, because the culpability starts where? From the word. Word is an action. So when that person responds, you can't call them the monkey or angry, right? No, that's the action that they created. See, now I would never tell my son he can call someone a name and respect them not to respond, because that'll be a lie. But we don't see, like, again, 80% of us believe in that religion, but only 70% of us read. So they only leave 10% people that's actually doing the work, that's actually reading and studying. So when somebody say, you say, I can call out BS. So when it start happening, exit. I'm telling me, that's the best. I do that. I exit the fight. I don't say certain words to egg on a guy who have nothing to lose, or that's part of a beef sector. That's the evil realm. If somebody part of an evil realm, you got to do everything for you. And if you providing and protecting, you got to make sure that stay, and you got to make sure you stay to continue. So your son, who is not strong enough, can get old enough and get stronger. Once he hit his strength stride, his mark, that's when now he comes to you and look for the guidance. And by then, you are a master of self. By then, he's an expert of self. because that's where your seed, he's your seed of you. Even if that young man is not your son, you got to learn where his seed come from. If his seed come from the evil realm, even that tiny little mark of good in him, you got to help that become bigger. You got to do it as you did it. You evolve, and your revolution is bigger now. If your revolution around you don't get bigger, that means the evil around you is strong. And it might not be. So if a brother is trying to show brothers or call out women, that's a little. He got to call out the men too. But he cannot do both sides in the evil realm talk. I can't abrasively call a woman ugly. I can't embracively call a woman a man a punk or a chump or weak or a PUSSY, the female organ part, and expect that to come as welcoming and say, well, he don't have a filter. That's what. No, I can tell a woman she wrong without calling her a word. I can tell her brother he not as strong by showing him different ways of not being strong. He will get it. But when that brother saying that same thing at that job interview, running the Fortune 500 company, courting him, he doesn't talk that way. I guarantee. I put my top best in me to understand, to know that he doesn't do that at all. He will never do that, because he didn't get there being that way. His evolution didn't get him that far. Now, he didn't even reach a revolution, because the revolution was supposed to be for the better. That's the sad part. His revolution didn't become for the better. He want to do things that's not even governed by himself. And then try to call people out based on that person. And then try to call out good. Remember they said, even see, the 10% do the work. But thank you for the people that don't even do the work. Made me aware. We was going to call bad good one day and good bad. And literally, a good man is good all the time. If a man respect a woman, he respect her all the time. I never hear me call a woman a B or the H word or different words. That's disrespectful. But if a woman get out of hand, let's say, you're wrong. You're not right. And if that called me hateful of a black woman, so be it. So, because I know I'm not crazy. If a black woman talking about murdering black boys, I won't say, well, I can't wait till they murder you. I would say, that's wrong. And whatever happened to you, you created that upon you. So if a black woman say, destroy black boys, I'll say, you just created an era, ERROR, that's going to be forced upon you because you created. You just reaped what you sowed. That's not karma, because there's no karma there. There's reaping. She sowed. She took a needle, the seed, and sowed it back and forth, intertwining. What was meant for good is now going to be for bad. Birth is always meant for good. I don't even have a child, but a child is a gift. A child is a life. A child is the present. They say the child is going to save the world. I used to be a child. My brother Sheed used to be a child. Whoever else watching, you used to be a child. When whoever's watching it at some point in time, you used to be a child. So in our era, we were a child. We are going to help the world for the next generation, and we do. So now everybody that's in these pills, that's how I know when the brother don't know what they're talking about to me about what I am doing with preconceived annotations about things. And then you say you're coming for understanding, but then when you can't, I learned this, and that brother showed me. I sent out an email to him. He don't want to understand. He denied it. And as my brother Martin Luther King, honorable, rest his soul, his peace, his tranquility, his heart, his movements that actually had true meaning, I want to live by that. I want to be the Martin Luther King. Sorry, I don't want to be the next Tupac or Biggie. I don't want to be the El Chapo. I don't want to be Adolf Hitler. I don't want to be the almighty Mussolini. I don't want to be the Gaddafi. I don't want to be a Joe Biden. I don't want to be a a bush, those men and people are working within the evil realm. I don't want to be part of a organization and talking about they'll kill me. That's secret. I don't want to be part. Marine Corps is not a secret organization. My family is not a secret organization. You are part of the family because you took the time out, and I honor and respect you for coming to my channel. Because this is a service that was given me by the Most High, the Creator, all the gods. I believe in more than one God. Who birthed God? Who birthed Jesus? Who birthed the Holy Spirit? See, but people don't live that way. And I don't have to diss that. I can question anything. My power invested in me. So if you say God gave me a power, you would be shocked that if I stood before God, the way people call God, I say the Creator, the Father, I ask God. So if you ask God for true understanding, I said God when I was studying all these religions. I said Buddha, I said Hindu, I said Taoist. I don't remember all the names because that's a lot of stuff to remember just studying it. Because I didn't practice it. I didn't practice a lot of things because I said, okay, I didn't practice voodoo. I know where it came from. I didn't practice Wiccan. I didn't practice neo-exorcism. I didn't practice masonry. I didn't practice Mormon. But I studied. I listened to the people that already worked in that position, those realms, and I listened to the information they had, the good of it, not the bad. Because even in Muslim, they can tell people to lie to people. In Christianity, they can tell people to lie to people. But then there's verses that talk about you can enslave people. There's a verses that actually talks about skin color is real. And then at the same time, people disrespected the skin color. It's about in every religion that talked about anti-Semitism. But then the good realm, every religion talked about love, and even the witch, the warlock, talked about love, knowledge, wiseness, every happiness, every religion, the 266 religions I was around talked about love, wiseness, knowledge, happy, treating each other the same. I didn't see the difference was the people that worked within what realm. That was crazy to me. That's what I seen. But when I'm happy that I believe I know the spirit have took me away from affiliation. Because when a man comes to me from neo-exorcism, I'm able to sit down and talk to him and not challenging him on his belief, but talk to him as a being on this earth. And if you can do that, that is completion. You have planted a seed. No young man can, even my cousin, when he asked me, he said, now you said nigga. I said, the reason I never used it when you was young, because your brain was a sponge. Now, you know what the word mean? I asked. He said, yes. I said, exactly. You know what it mean. And I showed him some more. He said, I didn't know that. I said, exactly. I have so much meaning. So imagine if I gave it to you and we are only saying the word nigga was from the bad realm. And it is, but only. There was no meaning, no reason. You had no history, no stories, no testimonies on where the word come from. But I don't attack people on who they are. I'm not able to go into the evil realm and make good of it, especially if it's teams of people joining up. I don't fight people joined up. That's well versed. I'll bring them into a common place. Let's fight. So if I were to fight you, I'll fight you in a ring. And if you in the ring, you can pick up anything. You can use any style of fighting. And I guarantee you, face to face, fist to fist, you can't beat me. I say that to your face. You can't beat me, brothers. Or brother, you can't beat me. If we play chess, you can't beat me. If we had a strategy of war, you can't beat me. If you had to survive outside of your house, your garden, without being with all those women, you will lose. See, my mind is not predicated to one thing. I master things that you would never understand. I mastered me. You would never understand the full you because you called yourself weak for loving a woman. You called yourself less than a man because another man that if you look at his old pictures and what his life looked like, he don't even think highly of himself. He waited to a dollar amount to call himself a certain type of man. I didn't wait to a dollar amount to call myself a man. Think about that. You idolizing males or you saying yourself is so great, but you don't even think you great. Think about that. You don't even think you are great. Not that I don't think so. Not that nobody, you don't think you great. But you want to attack someone and be part of things to cause calamity. You are the worst thing that can be happening around people. You are wrong. I will 100% wrong you. And as I said, I sent the invite, and here's the nitty gritty of what happened to this brother that was trying to call me out. I sent the invite. He did not accept the invite. So that showed me the type of man he is. I was a man that decided after high school, I didn't want to go to college, but I didn't want to waste my life. What's honorable to understand going into the United States Marine Corps? Hoorah, Semper Fi to my brothers that completed. I'm about to finally use names. A Tommy Sotomayor should have never got attention on the media. We lost that in our era, our ERROR. A Christian Kerrison should have never got the name called. She should have never got the notice. She was dividing black women from black men. On account of her evolution was stunted in the word of evilness. He's definitely a joke. Kevin Samuel should have never get to spots. That brother want to talk about other black brothers when he's unsure the type of man he is. I'm going to do videos now and call people out. I was supposed to do that. And I thought the reason I didn't do it, it wasn't the count of being scared. I have information through the spirit about these entities that is upon us on this earth. I'm not going to tell a brother he's not spiritual, but a lot of brothers I talk to are not spiritual in the sense of, I know I have sisters. My sisters listen to me, even though they disagree when I start talking about the number one about abortion, what black women do, about black women behavior. But I guarantee you, my sisters know what to do. If the world right now warred against each other, my family would be safe. I completed the military. I learned that it was important to put on the gas. I didn't fight against orders to survive. That's why Otho Williams Jr, rest the souls. I lost so many brothers for no reason. No reason. The government wanted to send military to a land that's not ours to fight people, to tell us to leave because they tried to force themselves upon. See, I'm not scared. I know if I do the real thing, people will walk through my door. I don't fight battles just to fight unmarked battles. That's an unmarked battle. I don't have no mark. My end mark of me, I don't want to end my life fighting against people that's brainwashed or controlled by a system that they understand. If the government can be racist, so the black women can hate black men, but it's the black men and black women fault that we are warring. That has nothing to do. I don't care about a John Lynch theory. I'm going to show information, but I don't care about a Jim Crow. The reason black men and black women are fighting today is not from none of that. even that information I read. And I know it's true. But I know I'm 38. I can't live that way. I can't blame Black women for the man they want, the man they like. I'm going to find the ones that want to be part of me. I want Black women. I got to find Black women that want to be the Black men. I got to find Black men that want to be around Black men. I got to find Black men. My brother She, if I said, brother She, don't call me a nigga, or please can you not label things? I'm quite sure my brother She would say, okay, man, I respect that. And then if I'm saying something like, man, don't talk about women because I'm married. Okay, my bad. It's not that I'm weak or he a punk or he a chump or I'm a stupid man. We honor each other. I'm sorry, I honor her for she being here and taking the time to listen and peer in, because I do that with him. Sometimes, as I said, I don't know the subject. I sit there and put a black fist and just listen. I just listen. Because I don't know what to say. I don't know about life insurance. I don't know fully about, I know a little bit more credit or the law. Like that little, I give my little bit, but that's all I can give. Because I know I tried reading the law book, the real, I mean, what you call it? I have to think of the name of the book. It's so hard to read. It was in hieroglyphics to me. I closed that. The person laughed. They weren't laughing at me. I said, so lawyers got to read this? Judges, people that become lawyers and judges and politicians? I said, I think being an alderman would be only the highest I would go in being not even a politician, just because an alderman is a person that just fight for the people that goes in front of the boards. He's not part of the political, but he's like a people political activist, if I can make it make sense that way. That's what I want to do, and I'm still going to do that. I got to, just as I want to do the Brotha Talk series, the community and unity, Brothers Unified. Outside, I don't, if the B sector brothers want to keep beefing and not come with no resolve resolution, they can't come in. That's not a singling you out because of a kumbaya, you trying to fake. No, that's not fake. That's actually bringing in, I can't bring in brothers that don't want to come and interact the same way as everybody else. That's not force. That's not a government. That's not government. That's not cybernetics. That's not a net. That's honorable to say, I got to come in with the brothers because I want to get somewhere. I can't get nowhere fighting my brother and then expecting him to not turn on me when the time is right. But if I'm loving on my brother, I need my brother he's going to have to show some type of love back in his way. If my love is, man, I'm going to make sure my brother don't never, if he need $1 for a sandwich, his family, make sure he fed. I'm going to give him access to different parts of me. So that's why it's weird when I say a woman say, I hate a friendly man. But that other men that's not friendly eventually punches her in the face. That's what I can't lie. I wouldn't lie to my daughter. I say, if you don't want a guy that's a certain way, there's the opposite of that. There's always, so if he's friendly, then there's unfriendly. And what is friendly and what is unfriendly? Now she say, well, friendly, that means he's a flirter. He treat all the women the same. No, he don't. He's going to do things. If you were beginning a relationship, the way I would treat she and how I treat my brother, I'm treating them the same way, but it's different. Because my brother got to see things that my brother She didn't get to see. But it would take a while to get there because we might never be in that situation. I'm like, oh, She, yeah, here go this, and that. And he probably do the same thing with me. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't meet his wife right away. That'd be this is how I look at life. That wouldn't be cool of me as a man. And that he would even tell you, that's not smart as a man. That's like when women say, my boyfriend got good D. Why would you tell your friend that? Why would you want anybody to know about your personal life? That's like, why would my brother She share a picture of his woman with me? Why? When she's having it. See, that's the things that we get. Even though I say that, he's like, yo, I respect, I would not do that. Why? That's because his woman is part of him. She's a piece of him because he took her on to honor her with respect and obey and submit. See, when we talk about submission, we go to college, did a 4-year degree. We submitted to college. We got a car. We got to pay off that car note. That's submitted. That house has a mortgage. You submitted. You obeyed. You signed a contract to all the rules. You had to register to get married. You had to obey. But this is not in a negative way. This is to show the other person my collateral. This is my word is bond to you. I'm bonding with you. Submission and obey is to bond together. See, we only talk about the negative side, because when you only talk about the negative side, you just love to divide and separate. If your mind and your heart can't say, these brothers are over here because these brothers over here will treat them bad if they cry in front of them, show them vulnerability. So why would we want to bring those? And it's okay. Go play ball with them. It's like, all right, I'm going to hang with my other. I never had a problem. It's like, all right, brother, I see you're going to hang out with Ty. Cool. Ty not my friend. I don't know how I'm in. And then when we do meet, I even had to kind of like to call out. I call out my brother. I don't like saying check. That sound like some slavery stuff. Call out my brother and say, and Ty was there. Ty, your friend, not my friend. Ty is my friend now, but when we became, or Ty is my associate, or he's cool. I was like, Ty, he's like, no disrespect. Ty got it. But the guy that was my friend didn't. He thought because he introduced Ty to me, we became what they had. No. But that's the sad part about the brotherness that I see within a lot of us. I don't want to be part of every single group for every brother. I'm sorry. I don't play football. So let's use a sport. A basketball player and football player will both lift weights. But when they go into their stadiums and on the court, the football player is either catching or throwing the football, a semi-oval diamond, I'm calling it a diamond oval object, to another person or to himself, or can use a machine that can emulate those things. Vice versa, the football player is going to play with a circular object. It's a sphere to throw into another circular object, which has a square as a backboard and another square to show the line to throw it. Football is going to have that too. They're going to have another circular object to throw the diamond oval object through for practice if you want to be a quarterback or in that position where he got to throw the ball to another person. Another person is going to use a machine that's going to launch the ball to simulate or emulate that of a quarterback because he's a receiver. Vice versa, basketball, they're going to have the machine, when that ball get caught, it throws it back to simulate that the point guard. So the positions, purpose, mission, position. You got to focus. So if a focus is on, I cannot invite a football player to a basketball practice. No, I cannot fight a football player. I'm going to have to talk about that one real quick. You can't invite him to a practice because that will help him. I cannot invite a football player to a basketball game without, sorry, I said it wrong. I had it in my head right. It came out wrong. Without practice or going through the same drill or the same training. That's what we are trying to do forcefully. Brother, if you from the B sector, I'm from my channel is based on empowering men. Why would I won't do a video review on the beef sector because I'm not about beef. I'm not doing a video review on males that's trying to help women. Cool. Trying to get them. He's not, see, and the reason I don't lie, because now if you cross sports, this is what happened. You're going to get a misunderstanding. And there's a lot of misunderstanding if I go to listen to those. So when somebody try to associate, because it's like, no, I heard and it's good information. Why wouldn't I take information from a football player if I'm a basketball player? Information. So it's like we sitting down and because basketball, you watch tape, football, you watch tape. Boom. See the similarities now? Why are you watching tape? To study your opponent. Boom. See, but we got to see it that way. A lot of brothers don't see Let's get there first. I don't want to interact with men that know how to get a lot of women without studying tape, without looking at the similarities, and then going into that area and say, oh, now just as a rap. I didn't grow up listening to rap. The Brotha, I had to go back and listen to the lyrics and then Google the lyrics to get the meaning. And then now when I went back and listened to the song, instead of saying the song don't have no substance, I said that now the song have meaning because I finally understand. And that's all. Going into the understanding, brother. That's all you have to do is understand. Why can't we take the time out to understand? Why can't we take the time out to understand? Why is it that you are stuck in the headspace, the groups and affiliations, as if that's the ruler of how brothers should be? And I disagree with this brother. He said that you have to be all a part of each other. And he talked about a Mecca. No, I want a Mecca with us, because Black men, we are the authors and finishers of our greatness, not in supremacy or not in control, not to enslave no one, because we can end war, racism, and poverty. But I don't want to be in a space where a Black man tell me, well, look at war. I don't want to be in a space where Black men, if any Black men in that space want to dominate, I don't want to be in there. But if they all want to share and receive and give, I'm all down for that space. That's the only way brothers gonna be. If somebody say we built a Black village, but we got white, Middle Eastern, and Latino people to start off, I say that's not a village. Because if something happened today, Black men, where do we go? Besides protecting our families, where do we go? Japan, Japanese, China, Chinese. Where do we go? So we're a bunch of people that just intermingling and nobody mingles with us to get a definite and definitive change. We're not evolving. We're just assimilating and conforming. And that brother, he declined my offer to come in with a heart, to understand, and to be better as us as a man. He didn't want that offer. But I am a United States Marine Corps. I finished with an honorable discharge. I came back home safe. I respect and honor my brothers and sisters that didn't make it home to see their families. And I respect the brothers that had problems. I respect the brothers that can get any woman they want. I respect the brother that can graduate at college and get a 6-figure job or create their own business. I respect all my brothers. I respect my gay brothers. I respect my hood brothers, my project brothers, my ghetto brothers. I respect my religious brothers. I respect my woke brothers. I respect my Hopstad brothers. I respect my brothers that are Black men and leaders of young men. I respect my fathers, my Black male father. I respect and honor you all because you are brothers. But there is a place and time for everything. And once we allow and be within the spaces and allow ourselves to come together, brothers, we won't change. And don't never think lowly of yourself because another brother, because he think he have more than you. And when a brother start dissing you, you get away. I will tell my son, and I'll have to keep saying it to him to help him recognize a man talking about Black women, talking about he for Black women, and he mad because brothers have told me they're jealous of me for being a man that can be free and within my own body. I don't have to answer a call to no man, and I'm not scared of no man. But if man got to pull out a gun and a knife to fight me, they got to do tricks. They got to call me name. That is no man I would ever call my brother. He's an outcast. He's no good to me. He's not even worthy of having the responsibilities he have. He's less than, and the creator will put him in the hells of Hades. We don't even know what the real hell is. They're sad men. Stop giving them props. Those brothers don't, they are allowing a white man or a Latino man to groom him to speak to black women. That's a joke. These brothers are weak. That's why they join secret organizations. Any brother that can't build on his own 2 hands and 2 feet and network with good men is not a man that I want to be around. Y'all can keep listening to these males that think they're calling themselves men and try to belittle men that actually take the time out. You ever heard of my sister? I will hunt you down and destroy your whole. That's the man. I would never kill. But then you would take me out of who I am, because my revolution is not to have that happen. My revolution, I'm not saying I would do that, but that's hurtful. My revolution is not to destroy a young black man. It's to build them, uplift them, encourage in all areas. I don't use no fake terminologies. I'm not a player. I'm not a Casanova. I never cheated on a woman. I'm not going to allow people to say good people that don't hurt people and they don't cheat because they don't listen. They stubborn. Cheaters will call everything. The evil people, the evil realm, beef sectors, and the black YouTube talking about killing black boys and hating black women. They are a bunch of the worst people. They're evil. Red pill, blue pill, MGTOW, say SYB, they're evil. All you are evil, 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 evil black people. I'm not becoming the same evil that we love to hate. I'm not evil. You evil. You work in the evil realm. Till you get out of that realm, you are evil. You are Mason, you're evil. You are Illuminati, you all are evil. Those are evil entities. If you know something can kill and hurt a person and you allow it, that's evil. Evil is as evil does. You be God evil that live as evil. I don't live in evil. I don't walk around thinking about to go kill and beat up some man to take something from him just because I don't got it. That's evil. I'm not going to walk around and diss black women. I'm going to tell them the truth. I'm not going to walk around and diss them. She want to wear her blonde hair, wear your blonde hair. But don't expect me, if you're going to be stubborn and sassy, enjoy your single life. Don't expect me to protect you either. I'm going to tell that. I'm not protecting no man that think I'm going to protect him or think good on him and enter groups when he don't have a good mannerism and etiquette. If you dance about, then he's going to try to compare a discussion board, which he's trying to say it's a group. It can be a group, but these men are not on YouTube. That's because we don't practice evil. We encouraging each other to be better men. Blue pill and red pill and them beef sectors don't encourage your man to be a better man. Your words talking about you a punk. That's what you are. You trying to compare. He telling you you're not. I'm not part of that group. You didn't even finish what you started your whole life. If I had a wife, I'm married to her. If I have a child, I'm married to that woman. I'm not going to tell that man, if you choose to take on a woman with the children, that's honorable. You helping clean up the black men's space area. And nothing wrong with being a stepdad. I've been a stepdad to young. I'm a stepdad to every little boy out there. Them almost 4 million single black mothers. I'm a stepdad to one of them. I'm a role model. Can't nobody tell you nothing that's part of evilness. It's evil to hurt women and just have sex with them and don't care about them. Never ghosted no woman, never cheated on no woman to try to say I'm unappreciative. I'm this and that. No, evil does that. Evil is a narcissistic and egotistical and different bad things. That's the evil realm projects. That's the evil orders. Don't live that way. Only them brothers do. That's why I bad stuff. I don't care about them brothers. If he try to hurt me and he hurt himself in the process, that's his fault. Nothing to do with me. But don't allow some brother on here that's hypocritical and blasphemous to who you are as a man when they hadn't even completed their manness. I completed being a Marine. I survived. I'm honoring and respecting my brothers that don't get a lot of women because the women love. We tricked our daughters and then loving money and bala. That's an evil spirit. Bala is an evil spirit and give them gluttony. That's gluttony. How you have money and want more money? You're supposed to honor that money, respect it. You know what that money can do. That's a tool, not for the betterment of your life, for things to be worked on. It's something that was needed so people can utilize. I'm not a utility. I'm a man. I'm a man of honor and valor. You don't have no virtue. You're not a valor man. These brothers are not brothers of valor and virtue. And see, if he got in a discussion, I ask him a question, he gonna answer my question or no longer be around. So all the brothers, so that brother, he didn't do his job correct. He's a weak man. And his son is not great. His son not better than what he used to be.
because he didn't give his son the truth. He tried to down his son. His father did that to my father did that to his father. And I encourage my father and I tell him I love him. I don't have to send back the same whack energy. So brother, they'll talk about they stand on something. You don't stand on nothing. You stand on weakness. That's why you were scared. That's why you were scared to come on here and have a real man talk. Men respect other men. Men don't talk about other men. Men don't assume stuff about other men. You're not a man that you say you are. Everything I can back up. I can go outside in my city where I do my charity work at, and they'll tell you about a brother OJ. I tried to hurt OJ and he still helped me. I tried to kill this man and he still helped me. You can't say that. I ain't saying that's another level. Women hurt me and still talk to them. You can't say that. But you will talk about woo how boo child. You talking about I have my thing and you get mad because another brother. And that's why all them people don't come near you. They stay away from you. See, the spirit left me for a second because the spirit wanted me to say this to you. You're not better and stronger. You're in a secret organization. You can't even get out without them killing you. I can talk freely. They'll kill me because they hate truth. You could get killed because you can't leave. They order you and command you to do something. I'm a Marine. I made it through. I brought men home alive. I saved men on my street. I walk up to them brothers because I'm not fake. I don't have to fit into the brothers. Otho Williams Jr. fit in with the hood dude because he's himself. I didn't become a product. And you're a liar. Everything you say, I know you was lying. So you can go mingle with the bougie chick and the hood chick because you lie to him and you manipulate them. That's what the evil realm of beef sector is about. If you come from an area, you don't separate and you don't clean yourself up. You got to cleanse yourself. I cleanse myself for evil. If I say black women, they abort babies, that's not good. That's not saying I hate black women. That's telling them the truth. And black men are deadbeat dads that don't take care of their kids. That's the truth. I don't hate black men. But I'm not going to say, well, those black men, I don't know their reasoning. It shouldn't be no reasoning, but I don't know. I'm not going to diss them in a way and belittle and degrade and diminish him. You shouldn't be part of no group when you diminish people. That's what evil sector. That's why the beef sector is alive for black people. We love drama. We love hatred. We weak. Our women is weaker than ever before. Our men is weaker than ever before because they have men as you out there that you got 2,000 followers. I got less than 200. And my messages are still better than your messages. You know why? Because the creator says so. Because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You're not doing what you're supposed to do because you're worrying about, oh, I know I'm well off. I have these things. That's not how you got a woman. You get a woman by being yourself. And if a woman don't know who she is, she can't even get her because she don't even know who she is. Men know who you are. Stop listening to these people. People don't have your best of heart. I have your best of heart, but I even say to you, don't even listen to me. You know what your heart told you not and to do. Gotta listen to some dude that sit behind some screen. Couldn't challenge me on the good day. That dude couldn't beat me. I would take him by his. Ooh, they ain't ready for this. That dude couldn't beat me in no chess. He couldn't beat me in no strategy. He beat me he go to college and got a job. He worked for a place and he worked a business that everybody else did. Go do something go build something that you rarely see black people do. Then I say, yeah, you did it. You did it. Oh, you invest in some money thing. Now you think you a higher and great man. Get out of here with that. Come on now. That's your power to fit right in what everybody else is doing. I don't do that. I got power of oneness. It's good. Power of goodness. Let's talk in that realm. They couldn't walk in them shoes. They didn't. I'm not waking up. I'm about to go harm somebody. I'm waking up. How can I be a better man? How can I help someone in my ability? I'm not thinking about how can I make more money. I sleep, eat, and think, make money. I don't want to make money because I didn't create it. I don't want a dead object to be the battle of and the desire of my life. I'm happy. I can talk to, I'm happy. I can walk outside freely. That has nothing to do with money. I can go to anywhere in this world. Nothing to do with money. But that's all they talk about. I can interact with any person and I don't have to fake it. That person don't want to interact with me. That's not my fault. That's something in them. If a person can't say hi back, that's in them, not in me. You're not going to blame me. You got to change yourself and do. No, you don't. Change what? You good. You got to change good to be what? Evil. Oh, got to be evil. Oh, that's why. Oh, I didn't know. I got to learn how to manipulate a woman for her to talk to me. No, good man should be with good woman. If a woman calling her dad the baby father and fighting and seeing him, whatever that man she called, that's what she is. And if I said that brother, now I would call that brother out. He ain't want to talk. He responded, "Oh, I'm good." Yeah, you are good, because you're not really to be real. Be real with yourself. Be real with us. That's how I walk. I'm real with everything I do. I'm a man about my. That's my man working. Don't hide behind nothing, dude. I don't need no gun. Gun is for punks. I've been told that since I was a little kid. Now all of a sudden, use a gun, use a gun. See how we so brainwashed, we don't even know the truth anymore. That's why we can be attacked easily. Our women minds can be controlled because they stubborn, they don't listen. The brothers lie to them. And then on the same ones talking about them, yeah, you can manipulate a woman. I get any woman too. So until we come into an understanding the truth, we're not gonna never get nowhere. I know me as a man, I know I'm very powerful, and I use that power in a way that I know that when people look at these videos and then you peer into my life, it's the same. My social media is not fake. It's how I think. It's where I'm coming from. It's my diary. I don't have to fake the fun to fit into people. I'm going to tell the truth at all times. I don't have to be brutal, but I can be honest. But when I'm direct with a brother, I'm going to tell him whatever way he needed it, because that's not real. You wasn't true. You was disrespectful. You were unloyal. You're not even honoring nothing. You're selfish. Why would I want you to enter into a realm when men care and loving, care about their family, and want to see people protected and provided for? Why would I want you to enter into that realm? No, they don't even come online. Not going to let you enter in something when you going to come in there and destroy people. You a destroyer. You are white supremacy. Let's say somebody. And then when I had a chance, when it was on your face, you didn't even say nothing because I spoke truth. Because you know why? I hit your heart. See, I got a heart that's real. It's pumping red blood to other parts of my body, filled with goodness in it. Try that sometimes. And be careful who you allow in your life and who's around you. Because them brothers don't stand for nothing. They won't even come in. They won't even come at you in a manly way. Honor, courage, respect. Honor, courage, commitment. Semper Fidelis. Mean always. Semper Fidelis mean always faithful. I'm always faithful to me, my family, my race, and everybody else that I respect and have honor for. That's what I work with. If they can't work with you that way, they are not your brother.